up. Oh. I am an absolute wreck. I am a walking disaster. Where am I? What am I doing? Okay, we're back. I think we're back. I think we're good. Sorry, I'm juggling a lot of things right now. One of them being a cat in my lap. A cat. And drawing tablet. Let me get rid of all this stuff. Oh, cat. Oh, Luna. You've never been on a YouTube stream before. Clamster! Your hair! Wait. Oh. Is that you? Is that you, Clemster? Because if that's you... Hi! It's been so long. It has been so darn long. Hang on, yeah, oh man, you know, I've missed you a lot, Clemster. I have. Sorry to let my cat out of my room. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy you're here. Cause was it when I did this little unarchived karaoke thing here, and I was showing an old clip of me singing while playing Alien Isolation, and you were in the chat. I was like, oh, I miss him. I do see you. I do see you on Discord. Oh, it's been so long. What are we playing today? I was gonna play Marvel Rivals, but it wouldn't show up. It wouldn't show up. So I'm on my little backup little video I have in the background. It wouldn't show up, and like probably the only way I could play it is all like, you know, using display. And I'm not streaming my display. I alt tab, and I have conversations. But hey, Clemster, have you what have I been doing? Oh, so much has happened this year. I don't know what's up or down. I do not know what's up or down. Yeah, I mostly play, I play against, bots. I'm practicing against, AI on hard difficulty. It's okay. Cause sometimes I don't have it in me to play against other people. Like, I was playing against other people today, and I was Emma Frost, and we were dealing with, what were we dealing with? A Black Panther and a Magic, and dealing with all those, what is it? Divers? Dude, like, that Black Panther knew what he was doing, though. Because, like, Black Panther is one of those characters where you have to, like, be 180 all the time. All the time. Yeah, daily mission, it's easier. I'm really happy that they count bots as daily missions. Unfortunately, they do not count for proficiencies. Or they don't count the hours you've played either on characters, which I think that could be a good thing. It depends. Let me get at my Clip Studio Paint. You only play it ranked to get Oh, that must have been tough. I couldn't. I don't like conditional rewards, and where the conditions are based off of things outside of your control. Where is Clip Studio? Oh, it's here. Haha, I'm here. Oh, what have I been up to? There we go. If you're interested, where are you? I am working on another model. As you can see, it's in, oh, let me move my avatar. Aha! Yeah, so, I'm working on a more, a polished version of this. I think, I like being a chibi the most, but my opinion could change pretty quickly. Like, oh my goodness! Did you hear about that VTuber drama of a Cinder? This, like, I've seen like Cinder streams once or twice while like browsing, but like it makes me just all the drama makes me happy that I make my own stuff, because oh my goodness, all that Mean Girl drama. All of that Mean Girl drama happening. It's like, man, I'm glad I'm on my own side of the pond of all this. But I do have to say, I think what's kind of sad and telling about all this is how tiny the VTubing community is, really. It's pretty small. It's like, because, oh my goodness, when it comes to like the VTubing community, oh my goodness, that Cinder person, those bridges are burned to a crisp. So what happened was, there was this artist that came out with some kind of document talking about how this VTuber would basically keep this artist from doing other work, because they were like, oh, your art isn't gonna be valuable the more you do it, so just stick with me, and like basically being instrumental for cancellations of projects, and also talking crap about people behind their backs, people that they thought were friends. Very, very strange. It's like, buddy, because you know, the size of Cinder was pretty significant, and it's like, I guess for some people it's not enough. Because it's not enough for some people. I think, like being instrumental in like sabotaging other creators, I think that's just pretty it's pretty sad in the grand scope scheme of things, because the thing is that things are like, how do I say this, when you do something wrong on the internet, that is going to stain your reputation forever. Even if you change as a person or anything like that, things will stick. Things will stick. And this is basically like burning every single bridge of everything. So many larger creators coming in. I didn't even pay attention to VTuber stuff, but like, this is happening. And like the VTuber news lately has been pretty crazy. Like I said, I don't really pay attention, but like, you know, the big Hololive creators are leaving, and this in like the little indie sphere, it's quite something. It is quite something. Yeah, like when you're that successful, like as successful as that particular YouTuber Cinder, I think. Apparently, she owns a part of Gamer Subs. It's like, dude, is nothing ever enough? Is nothing ever enough for this person? Meanwhile, at the same time, I think Iron Mouse, like there's all this crazy news, and also with Iron Mouse, because of their cyclothon, they raised $1 million for their little charity thing, I think. So it's like, dude, that's the example of what you should be doing. Like, just doing positive stuff, not trying to backstab people. And Iron Mouse, like, actively searches out different artists to do stuff. Like, I've seen, like, you know, she likes having cool models and stuff like that. So, I don't know. People are strange. It's like, and honestly, I do think it also puts a big stain on the community because people already don't take VTubing seriously at all, and so when you have like a bunch of like high school drama going on, people are gonna take it less seriously. Ugh. Yeah. So it's just good to be on this side of the pond. It's like, man, I'm glad that isn't me. I'm so glad that is not me. It really is difficult too. You gotta try different things. I have different things I want to do. So I have like a video I want to do for Wolverine, for the like X-Men Origins of Wolverine, and I want it to be kind of a different format on how I was doing other things. But I need to finish this model first with like certain toggles to get it to work out. Like, my plans that I have for this is much different than what I've seen before. In fact, I've never seen anyone try doing what I'm doing. But for me, what I want to do, it feels more right for me. It feels more right for me. Basically, do I have it here? I had like, so I did this like little experimental thing where I got my chair and I got my webcam and I made it look like I was sitting in the chair, and I actually really like trying to find things, and also I've been like editing my avatar in movies and scenes, and I like that the most because I can kind of focus on how can I insert the character in as a silly way as possible. In the silliest way possible. And so, my Wolverine video, what I'm going to try doing is going to be like a bit of somewhat an expansion on it, see how that works out. The thing is about VTubing is that it is a very, very chronically online hobby / profession, and if there's ways that I can put parts of aspects of like real life environments into my work, I think that'll be the most fulfilling to me. And so it's like, so that's why I'm kind of doubling down on this is like the concept sketch. But that's why I'm kind of doubling down on the chibi, because the chibi is really versatile and it's really cute. It's very pleasing. It's very pleasing to look at. You gotta come up with ways. And the thing is that honestly, here's one big mistake. I think. Oh yeah, I missed you too, Clipstar. Yeah, like it's cuter. Like it's a chibi version of let me get it up. It is a chibi version of this avatar. Okay, I have to say, I think I did a really good job. Oh gosh, hang on, I gotta calibrate this. When it comes to rigging like the mouth and everything and expressiveness, I think I did a pretty good job. Oh gosh, what happened to the calibration? Good grief. Hang on, I have this iPhone, this phone stand. Here we go. Oh no, I dropped my tablet. It's okay. I think it's okay. We're good. Okay. Hi. Okay, so this is I made this last spring. Wow, it's already been a year. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with how expressive it looks. However, I do find the design a little lacking, and I do find the design a little lacking. But my problem is, I'm actually really bad at coming up with crazy designs. I'm really bad at it. Like it's pretty boring, but it works on chibis. And where am I? There we go. And yeah, like I made this last second because I got like 1,000+ subscribers for my Overwatch video, and I was like, I want to do something special for it. And I unintentionally, I think I made the one just a little less polished. And you know, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. But there are parts of me that do want to make another. I want to make another like big model, but that's gonna be like kind of for more personal use. Not personal use. Like, how do I say this? I think this will be for my like videos and everything. And if I make another model, I'll stream with the model, but have people know that it's me. Have people know it's me. Have the staple of you know, eyes or something like that. Cause it's like, man, everyone's got like, I've been looking at lots of designs, and it's like, man, I should have made my hair blue. I should have made it blue. Oh, I had this one design. Where was it? I was working my butt off for it, but it didn't work out. Yes, I have seen that one where like he uses Live 2D and he has this effect of like stop motion effect, which is absolutely crazy. Really crazy. Like, I had designs I wanted to do. I wanted to do something like this. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. I've improved a bit. Ugh. Yeah, I know. But, like, that was the concept. I wanted to have, like, blue hair. all that stuff. It's more like the art style, you know? It's the art style and the way the proportions are. I'm not very pleased with this. Where am I? Oh my goodness. Here is a one that as soon as I put it, oh good grief. Yeah, so as soon as I put this in Live 2D Cubism, I refused to rig this. I was like, this is not good. Why is my hand like that? Was it for a drawing thing? Ugh. Yeah, like this, I was so sad. I was so bummed out. I was so bummed out when I finally went into VTube Studio. And I was like, I hate this. Not VTube Studio, I went to Live 2D Cubism. I'm like, I hate this. That's the hardest part about making a model. At least, especially for yourself. Because you're the only one that knows what your stuff is. You are the only one. You're the only one that can see it, and you cannot tell. You cannot tell. Oh, here we go. This was what I was trying to work on. I was trying to do something that had more of a like a different art style and everything, but I kind of stopped. It looks okay. I think it looks okay for the most part, but not too bad actually. But I think it's the rendering. But honestly, I think I wanna, if I ever do a bigger model again, like a normal one, yeah, it was like steampunky. And if I wanted, let's see, I wouldn't go crazy on the rendering. Actually, the rendering style I would actually like to do is, let me get it up. It's the art from Dungeon Meshi, the Delicious Dungeon anime. Some of her work has like a texture to it, and it's very, very simple, and it looks like it's drawn. This is kind of like the art style that I'd like to do for future models. Things like that. I really, I know, I find it charming if it has like a storybook feel. Something like that. Like, the thing is that, yeah, it like the art style is beautiful. I had a concept for a, okay, where is it? Do I have it here? I had a concept for me as a dragon that I'd like to do. Cause it's like, man, I couldn't come up with any ideas for myself. So I went with cow because, you know, cows remind me of my home. And, you know, it's like in the event I, like, do something, I like to make myself like a dragon. It's like something cute. Have the fantasy that I'm a bigger VTuber, I suppose, and, like, be something that's a bit larger in life. Though, like, I mean, I love being a little cow thing. You know, keep it simple. Keep it simple. But yeah, I would have liked to do something like this. but and like, you know, have a cow reference, like, hey there. One concept I kind of had is, okay, here's the thing. Live 2D has the opportunity of bringing art to life. So I would kind of like to have it as a, let me, hang on. Scoot this. Right. Ow, okay. Where it's kind of like, treat it like it's a work of art instead of having the whole you know, symmetrical view. I actually thoroughly, oh wait, my face is in the way. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, I'll just put it down here. Where I would like to treat, if I do it like a bigger one, I would like to actually treat it like a work of art, where like in terms of the pose, the pose. You know, I know like some people can do crazy stuff, but you know, I'm only just one person, and I have other things I need to I want to do, where it's like maybe like it's the, you know, it's the dragon me, and I'm like just sitting down, maybe like I'm leaning up against a rock, and you know, I'm in a nice background, and it looks like you're talking to a work of art kind of thing. There's this one artist. What is their name? There's this one. Is it Fairy Sammy? Yes, there is this one Live 2D artist that does this. Their name is Fairy Sammy, and their model is, yeah, simplicity is great. Their model is basically they got their face, and you know, they painted their face and made it look like a painting. So I would like to somehow in the future, after I finish this model, I need to make like an extra toggle for like a different pose for future projects. But after that, I kind of want to make like a model for me and like a design similar to this. I keep dropping stuff. Okay, in a way that I, you know, to kind of for me, maybe I'll do something with blue hair or whatever. I have no idea. Like, and you know, have something like this. I don't know, I'm up against a rock and I'm just sitting there chilling, and then there would be like a chat box here, and yeah, like honestly, I find asymmetrical Live 2D models a lot more fun to do. I mean, for one thing, because you're not worried about like, wait, which side does this thing go? It's like, no, the thing's there. I think the only thing you'd ever actually have to make symmetrically is probably the face. That way, like, you know, you can like look around, all that stuff, add some nice physics. Hi, KK! Thank you very much. Yes, like, but yeah. It is okay. It is extremely over easy. Not a painting with my face in it, but just do something like this, have it move around. Yeah, that's basically what they did. They basically turned themselves into like the Harry Potter painting, basically, the one that sings. And like, they're like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's like, well, you know, sometimes you gotta make yourself a work of art, so feel like a work of art, I guess. Yeah, I really like that artist. They do a lot of good work. And also just like, just the skill in general to paint that way. Was I working on anyway? Let me just... Sometimes I just spend a lot of time staring at live 2D showcases. Because I'm like, oh, what has someone done today? What cool designs can I find? most of the time I look for things I haven't seen before. But sometimes things kind of look the same. I have this fantasy. So let me show you a very, very, very old model I made in 2021. Where is she? Where is she? I need her. Oh, here she is. Okay. First of all, I once saw someone that gave advice that you should, whenever you're making your model and you're rigging it, right? You should draw the mouth open. That is a lie. Do not do this. This looks terrible. Anyway, so I want to do this character again. And basically she has the personality of Emma Frost, and I've always wanted to properly bring her to life and also kind of give her like a little painting feel where she's like sitting in one spot. And I had all these like little shenanigans I had in mind where like I have a whole separate channel for her, and she has like her first video was an apology video for, I don't know, setting a village on fire or something like that. It's like, you know, it's like, I'm sorry, but a little genocide never hurt anybody, you know, something like that. Man, this, you can definitely tell I struggled with mouth forms. Oh, my art style's changed. Hey, I just realized she's got like very similar earrings that I have, because I don't know too much about everything. I like shenanigans, yeah. But I have like so much on my plate. Oh, each eye is rigged separately. I need to do that again. I should probably next time I work on when I work on this model, I'm probably gonna, like, the eyes, I rigged them, they're basically the same, but I should probably have the ability to wink or something next time. I talk so much about making stuff instead of making stuff. There's so much I want to do, man. You know, like I know I'm mostly doing the, like, okay, I like creating like video essays and all that stuff, but then like because of the medium of VTubing, like there's definitely like, you think that VTubing, you gotta, what's the word? Basically what I'm doing is separate from what like people do with standards of VTubing. But like, just because I don't do it doesn't mean that like, I'm not gonna lie, I fantasize about having like a debut. I'd like to have a debut, you know, like a debut model. And I'm like, oh, here's my likes and dislikes. Oh, baby. And I want to let's play games now. But, you know, that's like the hobby side of me. The creator side of me, I want to do all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I don't want to say anything in case I want to jinx myself, but with this, the way I want to have a format of like combining this with like real life, that's all I'll say, so I don't really jinx it. I haven't really seen many people do that, or any. I think maybe one or two, but that's like just their chair. But I want to implement, like, you know, you've seen my little videos of me editing my avatar, having her like interact with like Star Wars characters and all that stuff. That's the fun bit. You couldn't really do this with at least like a flat Life 2D model that's like fully sized. I mean, you could, but it would look a little awkward. It would depend, I guess. special. I'm actually trying to get my streaming muscles flex again, cause I've kept putting it off for so long. Actually, I streamed last night on Twitch. I streamed myself last night on Twitch doing karaoke. One person dropped by, which was nice. But I did have an idea. I want to do like streams. Oh gosh, what brush was that? I want to do like karaoke streams, but like I'm tired. But like the thing that holds me back is just kind of YouTube's like content ID nonsense. Yeah, the content ID nonsense. And I was like, what if like once a week I did a karaoke stream on Twitch and not worry about my YouTube? Because I could absolutely do that. But like, you know, some people they don't you know, the people here, you know, they don't want to leave YouTube for that. You know, it can be, you know, really inconvenient, or they don't know how it works or anything like that. I was thinking I should probably maybe I could do that. Yeah, so that was my my thought. I wanna get my, before like I announce something like that to everyone, like on my posts, I kind of want to get the muscles flexed already. I mean, there was a time I used to like stream like once a week regularly, and then all that stuff happened. Not this year, but a while ago. I talked about it in my unarchived karaoke stream, where I just had that one weirdo just act weird. And I was like, I don't know how to handle that, so. But all that stuff is if I get just all my streaming muscles flexed. Oh my gosh, speaking of weirdos, okay, so a few years ago at the store that I worked at the store oh, karaoke's so fun. Oh my gosh. So a few years ago, I was at work, and this guy comes in, kind of acting really, really weird, really strange shopping habits. And as he's doing all this stuff, getting like 2 carts of worth of stuff, he gets a phone call. And apparently, he's like, I gotta put you on speakerphone because, the other way doesn't work. And I was thinking, oh great, I'm gonna have to hear this guy's phone call. So the conversation starts, right? And like, the first thing I hear being told on this phone is, there is a warrant for your arrest. I'm like, what the heck? There's a warrant for this guy's arrest? Okay. And, you know, I hear he's like shopping, and my store is really small. I can hear every conversation. I have heard stuff I did not want to hear. And like, you know, he's talking about how like everyone's after him. It's the like some dark cult or something is behind all of it, behind everything. And I'm like shaking. I'm like, this guy's crazy. I am terrified. I don't know what to do. Eventually he leaves. I actually made sure that like when he paid in card, I made to know what his name was on his card in case anything happened. And yeah, I was like shaking. And it was very close to close, and I was finally able to like lock the doors and be like, what the heck just happened? Who was that guy? He was talking crazy talk. And later I look him up and see if there's like anything on this guy. And yes, there is. There is some kind of like drug possession stuff, right? And you know, he came back the other day, and I'm the only one in the store. I am the only person in the store. I'm thinking, oh great, it's this guy again. I just hope he doesn't stay long. He talks to me the entire time, and he's like, yeah, you know, the state's after me for burning a house down, but it wasn't me. It was the Illuminati. The Illuminati kidnapped someone and burned the house down. And I need to know, like, is there any way I can, like, get help here? Like I need to find a place. I need to find a place because the police and everything here is the swamp or something like that. And I need help. And, like, he's just telling the same thing over and over again. And I'm just, like, staring at him, like, just, like not even nodding. I'm just waiting for him to stop. I'm just waiting for this guy to stop. And, like, as I'm just, the more quiet I am, he's like, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. I wouldn't make this up. Like, he was getting increasingly more frustrated that I wasn't believing him. Or I wasn't saying anything. And, like, just one thing I just said, I was like, I just worked the register, man. I just worked the register. And, so luckily the only way he left was because another customer came in and he left. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I went over, I told my manager about him. He's like, oh yeah, we get some crazies. We get crazy sometimes. I do other, and I was like, yeah, but I was like the only person in the store. Like, what am I supposed to do if he does something crazy? Like, cause he sounded so mad. He was so mad. I wasn't believing him. I mean, luckily, like, you know, there's glass behind the register, but still. Oh my goodness. I was like, what the heck? And honestly, he's like, the state's coming after me next week or something. I'm like, I hope so. I hope so. Also, like, someone got kidnapped? I'm thinking, is this like, sometimes I've heard the term that, like, when people make weird accusations, it's like they're projecting a confession. So I'm thinking, did you kidnap someone and burn a house down? Like, listen, I don't know much about due process, but, you know, some things are a little suspicious. Some things are a little suspicious. So yeah, people are cuckoo. And sometimes, you know, I'm an autistic person. Life is hard already, right? And so, I think what I dislike, because I get very upset by really bad interactions. And I always get told, like, oh, don't worry about it. They were just a blank. They were just a this. They were just a that. And the thing is that, you know, in the real world, I have to concentrate on every single social interaction possible. And even when I'm doing everything I can, the fact, like existing is really tough. You have to do stuff so consciously all the time so you can, like, blend in and not, you know, and just survive life, survive social interactions. And every time it's like I can't just brush it off of, oh, it's just some person, oh, it's just some Karen, it's just this. It's like I am putting every single part of me into these interactions. I have to focus really hard. So when you know, I have really negative interactions, I take them personally because it's already so much work to exist and act like a normal person. It's like, ugh. And so like when I have to deal with people like that, it frustrates me to no end. And that's why I make YouTube videos. Dun, 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 dun. I need to make a new starting soon screen. But I think that'll come after everything else is done. I've already paid too much on my plate. I have a script ready, but I have to finish this model first and rig it before I start filming. At least that gives me time to refine the script. Bum ba bum ba bum bum. You know, ever since I kept drawing Chibi Maven, even like outside of this, I've lost my I've forgotten a lot of anatomy knowledge that I need to relearn. Because, you know, making cute stuff is fun. But what if I want to make, I don't know, something with muscles or something, I don't know. I can't believe I made the original model for this last year. I'm slacking! And not the chibi one, but the original. I am slacking like crazy. Oh, tonight we made the Korean bulgogi with beef. It was delicious. It was so delicious. Oh yeah, I got a new old used refurbished 2DS XL. I actually haven't played too many games on there, even though I've been like waiting for so long to have it. Kind of because I actually lost all my save data. I lost all my save data from all these games, so it's like, oh man, I'm gonna start over on all of these. I'm gonna You know, one reason why I like doing video essays is because I feel like I'm in college again. I enjoyed college, and I enjoyed making essays, and I liked doing research. And I like trying to find ways, like a lot of my knowledge on how I format my video essays, even though there are not very many of them, they feel like little assignments to me. I miss in school, like, I feel sad knowing that, like, there are students that are using, like, AI to make their papers. And I feel sad that, universities and stuff kind of, I think since everyone is in like debt already to make to you know, get college, get an education, and get a job, like there's a lot of pressure just to get this stuff done so you can get through it. And I feel sad because I really wish we lived in a world where education was for enrichment. I think, like, if I could give any young person advice, it's don't go to college right away. Wait until you're like 25. You know, get like a job and like get some life experience, understand what you really want. And also another thing is you don't have to go for college super fast. Like life will go by anyway. You best not do it, be stressed the entire time. I couldn't even finish college because I couldn't afford it, but I couldn't afford it anymore. So I'm unfortunately a dropout, but I miss it. I'm really sad I had to drop out. I mean, good. I mean, I'm glad I did because I don't have any debt. I don't have any debt at all. So like, I'm more well off than most. But at the same time, like, I wish I could feel, you know, enriched. I used to take it really hard of, like, sometimes, like, I work retail, and I couldn't finish college, and because of how young, because of how young I look, I get lots of questions from older people, and they're like, oh, do you go to school? Like, no. I was like, I don't go to school anymore. And it's like, oh, well, you're planning on doing something, right? And I'm like, no. Like, oh my goodness. I remember, like, just being honest with this one old person. And they were like, oh yeah, you're gonna, how's life? What do you do with your life? I'm like, I'm just taking life a day at a time. You know, I was just saying that, like, thinking, oh, they'd understand their role. It's like, yeah, but you're gonna do something with your life, right? I'm thinking, listen, I am not in the position to be able to make something of my life, like, the way people want it to. Life, sometimes life happens, and you can't go the course that people expect you to go, unfortunately. And the thing is that, I mean, I was gonna do an art major anyway, so it's not like I've lost on a career or anything like that. But it does still hit pretty hard that, like, I don't have, like, a proper career or anything like that. But, you know, like, life is hard and life is not fair sometimes. And let me tell you, even if you do everything right, something's gonna nip you in the butt. So as a kid, you know, I was diagnosed with autism very late, right? And I didn't know. I didn't know until I was, like, in high school, and I worked so hard to do just as well as everybody else, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out, and I'm so used to oh gosh, this sounds like depressing, but I am so used to my hard work not paying off that it's just one of those things. Like, I don't expect crazy stuff to happen from things I do. It's nice to daydream about it, sure, but, you know, it's just life, learning disabilities. It just things aren't fair. But the good news, the bad news is life happens. The good news is sometimes some of the things that happen in life are good things, and it's worth hanging around for it. You know, I may not have an education or, like, a job, but, you know, I have this. This is nice. I have the skills, and, you know, I have the skills to make my own little live 2D models. Have fun with that. But let me tell you, sometimes... let me tell you, I have been enjoying the little things for a very long time. But let me tell you, sometimes things get hard enough, you don't want the little things anymore. You want the big things. It's not like, last week, I was so mad about how my life is going. It's like, and I think it's valid to think that sometimes. But honestly, I dealt with so much excitement between 2020 and 2021 that having nothing happen in your life is probably a better thing. Like, honestly, the big dreams I have are me just having resources to make the things I want to make. Like, honestly, so I show, like, for this avatar, like, I want to have my avatar go different places. I want to be able to travel and, like, film my avatar in different areas for, like, different videos. Like, I would love to do a video on the Phantom of the Opera and, like, film, like, you know, B-roll background videos of, like, a theater stage. You know, give it a little bit of fun. Have her go places. And, like, and do that. That's my ultimate fantasy. Make her travel around. Give her some cute, fun stuff to do. But, when it comes to... Okay, so my avatar, especially the chibi version, is very heavily inspired by Isabelle from Animal Crossing. And how I like approach things is, how would Isabelle do it? You know, because Isabelle, either like New Leaf or New Horizons, I didn't play much of New Leaf, but in New Leaf and New Horizons, you know, she works very hard, you know, with the very limited resources she has to give everyone in the village, you know, make sure everyone has a good time. And it's like, okay, how would Isabelle have a concert? How would Isabelle, you know, make you feel like you're in another world talking about something else? And it's like, sometimes the simpler stuff is all you need. You know, it's actually really, really easy. Okay, YouTube used to just be you. It used to just be you. It used to be just be you and the camera in your room. It used to just be that. But now, over time, there has been like such pressure on like having everything be high, really, really high quality, right? And it's hard not to think that way, because, you know, when you work on something, you want to naturally get better. But sometimes, even in my viewing experiences with some creators, the higher the production value became, the less I started less I watched them, because, you know, having the limitations makes things more relatable. It makes things more relatable. It's like, and honestly, the more limitations you have, the more you know, make fun stuff out of those limitations, and that's where like beautiful stuff happens. And that's the philosophy I have on making stuff. It's like, it's okay it doesn't look perfect. It's okay I'm not making a feature-length movie or things like that. You know, just like, be yourself for the most part. Unless you're like, you know, a necromancer or something, maybe keep that stuff to yourself. Don't be rising people from the dead on your YouTube channel. Because the thing is that flaws are very human, and when a mistake happens, or like something happens, sometimes that makes the audience root for you more. Like a long time ago, very long time ago, I was in a play. I was in a musical, and I was using like a stick as a dancing prop, and I accidentally threw the stick into the audience. And and I went over during my song that I was doing. I went over to the audience, and I reached out and asked for like see if I could like have someone get the stick back, and they gave it back. And what's so fun is that the audience cheered louder. When you make a mistake in what you're doing, it kind of shows the man behind the curtain, and you realize that the man behind the curtain is also just a silly little guy. That's why, like, there is this wonderful oh, like a podcast, really? That's awesome. Yes, I have this stuff festered in my brain for so long. But I do think that there is a huge relatability in the most flawed of works. It is so easy to be like, oh, I wish I could be like this person and have this and that. But remember, the stuff that you have and the limitations you have are what make you you, and that's what makes you stick around. Like Clemster, I still get really impressed that you did a lot of drawing on your like Adobe. What was it, Illustrator? You did a lot of that with mouse. I think you got a proper tablet, I think, last time I spoke to you. But yeah, like, if you make a mistake and things aren't, perfect, people are just more inclined to cheer you on. What did I draw here? I forgot what I did with these layers. Oh, my phone's in the way. Oh yeah, that. Oh. So funny. Actually, I'm gonna delete this one. I worked on it. Oh. Actually, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna keep them all. Like, there's this video I found. Okay, I have a Cintiq I don't really use, not sure how to start till this point. I feel stuck talking about art. Ooh, that's a tough one. I was burnt out from art for like maybe 3 years. I just completely burnt out. There was a time where I couldn't draw without like trembling and like feeling anxious. And what ended the art block for me was the burnout for me was finding out that there's a way to make art look good within my limitations of my knowledge. It was me learning line weight. Learning line weight and how you can make something look nice with line weight, right? Evolution. Glorious evolution. Let me see. I drew like, okay, let me get the picture that really changed my life. I was doing the Chad Dream Cowboy, and I was drawing a cowboy just pooping in the woods. This drawing changed my life because I was learning about like line weight and how to make stuff work. And yeah. Oh gosh, I even gave him gray streaks because I had gray streaks. Just hard lines and flat colors for the most part. like, it's not great now. Like, I definitely have evolved then. But, drawing something stupid like pooping in the woods was a bit fun. But it's learning, it's definitely finding it's, at least for me, it was finding a way to, make art that was pleasing to me while I was making it. And satisfying, instead of having the whole thing feel like a chore the entire time, because that can be a big problem. Like when art feels like a chore and you have to do certain things. Also, here's another thing, is that, okay, you've heard about the aphantasia thing, where like if some people close their eyes and they can imagine an apple, some people can vividly see it, some people see black. For me, I see black. Yet, even though like I can't see or hear voices of like when I'm reading or anything like that, I am still a very creatively inclined person. And what I'm trying to go from there is that, one thing is understanding how your brain works. I mean, I got my autism and all that stuff, but also sometimes things will not click. Like, no matter how hard you practice or do something, some things just do not click, and that is okay. And then finally, like out of nowhere, things just click. Like on an understanding. Like, this can be anything. Like, for me, one story I have is when I was in 4th grade, you know, there's the long division. I actually forgot how to do long division. Because, you know, I haven't done that since I was a kid. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. It was so bad that there was a time, there was this one moment where we were all given little whiteboards to do an equation. And and the teacher was like, okay, you know, once you finish solving the equation, you can, you know, go out to lunch and recess. And me, you know, with my non-diagnosed autistic butt, I couldn't understand it. I was staring at it, and no matter how hard they showed, my brain didn't process it. And the teacher let me go after, you know, a very long time, when the teachers went into her room to do lunch. You know, I was, you know, everyone else was playing, everyone else was eating, except for me, because I couldn't understand the equation. And then, the next year, the next grade, I understood it. Some things, they will not click. And that is okay. Things you do not understand, but then, like, you won't understand a lot of things. And that is very, very okay. Some people, like, sometimes it's not about, like, what people have. It's how can they process things? How does their brain work? Other people, it's why you have a bunch of burnt out, talented, and gifted adults. I used to envy those people. I used to really envy them. And then, like, learning that they would burn out just as I am. You know, like, on the other end of the totem pole of having to have tutors and everything. And having to have, like, disability accommodations. It's like, oh, so the education system screwed you up too, huh? It's like, I used to be jealous of you, but honestly, I feel like I'm better off than you now. Because some people, like, you know, like, since they can't understand it, they just, like, it's not worth it. It's like, no. Just brains work differently, and we should stop standardizing how brains should work. Because some people, the way they process information is not gonna be that. So, don't worry if you don't get anything the right way. You know, don't worry about it. You'll find it in your time. Don't stress about it. You're okay the way you are. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But, you know, I've been through a lot of, like, hardships regarding, like, you know, like, things that happened to me in school years and years ago. They still bother me. They still bother me, but I think it's maybe probably a good thing. That way, you know, I can just tell people that they're fine the way they are. Because some people need to hear that. Dun, 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 dun. And one thing, here's one philosophy that I've had, is that oh gosh, what was my thought? One thing is, man, if only I was in this position, right? You wish that you're in this position, and you know, I think it's easy to think that other people are better than you. But honestly, one thing you need to remember, I think, that I thought about was, if this person was in your shoes, had what you had, and dealt with everything you've been dealt, they would probably still be in the same position as you. Taking dog for a walk? Oh, I'm gonna probably be closing the stream soon. I actually have a movie district for friends. But yeah, I have to stop the stream soon. But I hope you have a good time walking the dog. It has almost... Okay. Yeah, I'll be closing the stream in like maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, so like, it is very, very easy to compare yourself to others. I do it all the time still. But it's not as bad as it used to. But it's learning about the stuff that makes you unique. And it's so funny because like all this stuff really sounds cheesy, but it's, in the end, the cheesy stuff is the true stuff, you know? Like there's a reason why it's overused, it's because it's true. Like I compare myself to a lot of people. Yeah, I'm so happy you stopped by, Clemster. I was worried that, you know, I wouldn't hear from you again. So it's been wonderful. Yeah, KK. KK, I see your comments and it's wonderful. Like I like all the interactions that everyone's had. Yeah, I would love to just make a model. But like I would love to do like a VTuber debut and pretend I'm a big VTuber. Just for a day. Just for a day. You know, have that little, what, Cinderella moment? But, you know, without the part where she actually turns into royalty at the end. It's like, no, I'm just gonna have this one time where it's like, it feels like, I'm a star. I'm a princess. I'm a princess. You know, I had this lore, I had this lore idea of maybe like once being a Valkyrie that survived Ragnarok. But I think maybe, you know, the tinier the scope, the better. The tinier scope, the cuter. You know, I'm just a little cow. That's my philosophy. Like, I know there's like, with a lot of VTubers and designs, there's always like, you know, the larger than life aspects. But for me, honestly, this is my way of learning how to accept myself. It's like, it's okay to be small. It's okay to not be like the craziest thing ever. It's okay to be, you know, cute and little guy, talk about weird stuff. Like, you know, it would be fun. Like I said, it'd be nice to be a dragon thing, dragon lady, Valkyrie thing. It would be fun. It would be fun. Like, it's nice to have that, like, fantasy. But, you know, I think also just the small scope also, I think having a small scope helps other people too. If you see people that are, like, you know, just as, like, not, you know, I think of that, okay, there's actually this one VTuber. What's her name? She's a dog. Corone, like, she's like one of the earliest VTubers, right? Her design is like so simple. It's so simple, It's got little this is little that, and you see her. She dog. She's just a dog. She's just dog. Meanwhile, like later on, you have like, oh my gosh, what do you have? Because there's a lot. What's the name of that one? The one thing. Is Corona part of a like? Is she part of a group? Hololive Gamers. Oh, wait. Let me see the Hololive Gamers. I could, I might be talking out of my ass here. Who are the Hololive Gamers people? Oh, okay. okay. Okay, there's that one there's a Scatman one. I'm a Scatman. Dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-da-boom. Ba-ba-da-boom. Okay, anyway, yeah, so she's Hololive. What year was she born? 2019. Oh, that is ancient. Oh my goodness. Grandma. She's a grandma. Anyway, gosh. And let's see, has Hololive actually debuted other Japanese ones recently? All I know are the English ones. Hang on. Generation 2024? Have there already been new generations in 2024? Gen 4? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, anyway, we'll do that one. Advent. I know it's English branch, right? You got Hololive, English, Advent, and you get dog, and then it goes to no, not Advent. What the? Where's my brain? Justice. That's the one. And then like you get that, and then you get all of a sudden you get jump from this to this. I mean, beautiful, by the way. Like there's a lot of storytelling in the design and everything like that. But I forgot my point. I was so confused. I'm talking out of my butt. Do not listen to me. I guess, simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the word. There's this rule. There's a rule that you always gotta follow in a lot of things. It's called... Oh, I deleted frame. Sorry. It is called the KISS rule. KISS. And the KISS rule is keep it simple, stupid, right? Keep it simple, and everything will work out, hopefully. I love how I'm giving advice, but I'm not like a success or anything like that. Mostly it's to keep me from... Honestly, here's the advice. The advice, okay, I'm not here to do all the growth stuff, at least not yet anyway. I'm not here specifically for that. I am here to satisfy myself artistically. And, let me tell you, I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh, my designs are so lacking. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. My brain cannot do this. But then there's Dog Girl. Dog Girl, brown, yellow. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to do something like this. I can do this. I'm fine. I am perfectly fine. Everything's fine. But it's like, it's hard not to, it's really difficult not to be like, can I make that? Can I make something similar to that? Yeah, like the Hololive Justice, the Hololive Justice designs. Like, I see it. Like, hang on, let me scroll back. Like, the Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame one? Dude, I couldn't even come up with that. What the heck? And I know that they're, like, made by professional stuff. I get it. But guess what? Professionals are human. I'm human. Which means I can do it too, right? There's a way for me to do something like this, right? There has to be. But the thing is that, like, anime isn't really my style either. I'm heavily inspired by anime. But you can see where, like, I'm kind of, like, it's, like, basically what you're hearing right now is how my overthinking works. where it's like, okay, here's the here's the problem of me, you know, making my own models is that they take, hi Cassie, thank you. They take such a long time to do that either what happens for me is like my mood changes as to what I do. This one I want to do for a long time. Just another little more advanced chibi model, right? But it's like I'm satisfied to be in my lane. I'm satisfied to be small, everything like that. But then like I see things, like I see the big designs, and I'm like, can I do it? I kind of want to do it just to see that if I can, you know, just to see that I could. But it's like, you know how much time it takes to make these things? Do you know how much time it takes? Okay, I got like 5 minutes left in the stream. What have we learned? What have we learned? Our lesson for the day is you are fine the way you are. It's okay to make things simple. You don't have to be crazy. Like, oh my goodness, back in the day with like other rigged models, older rigged models, the standards were so low. Like Gargora, she's like graduating, right? But for so long, like she had like one mouth form, and it was just and yet she still was a success. Like, I know it's not the avatar completely. I know it's the personality and everything behind it. But for me, as an artsy-fartsy person, where the only way I believe I can express myself is through my art. It's like, Slay Queen. I want to do a villain, Maven. That would be cute. That would be so cute. That would be super cute. Vampire Maven or something. I have a drawing, I think, of Vampire Maven somewhere. Maybe I should put it up sometime. Yeah, but like, yeah, so, you know, other people, you know, other aspiring VTubers, you know, they're the ones that like want to hire the artists and everything like that. For me, I make the art because that's how I show who I am. That's how I show who I am. And it's like, but at the same time, like in my brain, I had it ingrained into me for so long. It's like, well, if you don't do this certain thing in your artwork, people will think you can't do that thing at all. So like for such a long time, in every piece of artwork, I do something different all the time. It's just to prove to people that don't exist that I can do something. Like I have this little feeling in the back of my head that someone's thinking, oh, you can't draw elbows. Well, in this next picture, I'm going to be drawing elbows because this person that doesn't exist said so. It's like, you know, if I didn't overthink things, I would probably be more powerful. There's like, your own worst enemy is you. You know that movie Black Swan? That's how it feels, man. It's like, in the end, it's so funny, because in the end, I don't really care how people feel about my art, because I care about how I feel about my art, and I am the most important person. It's, okay, here's what it is. When you spend such a long time making a model, right? When you spend a long time making a model, you wanna, when it's done, you wanna be happy looking at it. That's why, that's why that one model I completely threw away. You like my art style, Yonde? Really? Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Like, okay, this model, as soon as I put it in Live 2D, I was like, this is garbage. I do not like this at all. She looks like she's gonna punch herself in the face. Anyway, yeah, so I was like, oh, what year was this? This was like 2022, I think. Yeah, I've improved a lot, which is really great. But it's like, you know, how can you be satisfied with your art? You know? Anyway, yeah, this is not, okay, honestly, this is not me asking for compliments or anything. I'm just explaining how my brain works and why it takes such a long time for things to get done. And it's so funny, because, like, I made this chibi on a whim. I made this chibi on a whim, and I am the most happy with it because it's so darn cute. It is not even that advanced, but I love it, and that has given me a really good little bouncing point. You know, just pretend I'm on a trampoline. Boing. So yeah, so I'm super excited to get this done. But I actually have to go now. Thank you. I'm gonna do the Midwestern goodbye. All right, thank you very much. Wait, where's the thing? Let me get away from here. Aha! Yes. What do I look like with? Yeah, okay, yes, I've been using this like plugin to give myself like a white outline, and I've gotten so used to it. Like it feels almost essential. Like it feels like she's like a paper cutout. Oh yeah, this is for my. Oh, I love this plugin. This effect I did for my Mayhem karaoke. Yeah. So yeah. I am adorable. Yes. Okay. I need to shut up because I need to leave. But thank you very much for stopping by. You guys have a good, yeah, like what's it? Krona 13 Yandere said, have a good day, evening, what's going on in your part of the hemisphere. You guys have a lovely rest of the evening. I'm gonna go watch a movie now. Bye!